All right, what's up, guys? So, Edwin wants me to talk about being ripped off in life and my thoughts on that. And yeah, I think there's a lot of people ripped off in life. Like, there's people born with unsupportive parents. They're neglectful, they're abusive, like emotionally or something, or physically or sexually. And there's people born with so-called parents that didn't even plan to have a kid. They were just meant to hook up with each other. And all of a sudden, the kid is born, right? The kid wasn't even meant to be born. It was like an accidental pregnancy. And like these people that hooked up didn't even wrap it up. They just didn't protect themselves. They weren't mindful. They weren't cautious at all. They just were reckless. So yeah, now the kid is born with just like the parents didn't even plan to have a kid. And the worst part is most of these so-called parents have a kid and they most likely don't have money to raise the kid because they weren't meant to plan financially for one. So now the kid is born in poverty. Now the kid is like not meant to deal with all that, right? And it's just the kid is ripped off because of it. Like the kid can just not be born, right? And not experience that, but nope. Yeah, there's people ripped off in life when they get these certain genetics, right? There's people born with not the greatest looks. They're not attractive or something physically. Or possibly they got a birth defect, that can hinder their life and gives them a hard time functioning in this world. Or say being on the spectrum, being on the spectrum can make your life struggle, Yeah, there's, like I said before, like on my videos, like there's people born with these things and they can like life, but a lot of times they struggle, and there's a lot of them that can have a hard time dealing with people, and not all of them can overcome challenges and obstacles in this life, because it depends on other things like supportive parents or how mild it is or luck, or you have something overcompensating it like looks or something, right? So yeah, there's people that are born with these genetics that make them feel more vulnerable or inferior. And people aren't appealing to those type of people, And that's messed up. It's a ripoff. You never ask for those genetics that make you get treated like shit, Then there's just people that just get bad luck, No matter who you are. I guess things can be going well and all of a sudden, like, you're in a worse situation. You become homeless or something, or you had fun and all of a sudden you got hooked on drugs. You have a addictive personality or something. Got ripped off in life with that. What about the people that just go through painful deaths, People get ripped off for death. They'd rather get a peaceful death. People are dying from cancer or something from a very young age or old age, or kidney failure or heart disease or like a heart attack, They get ripped off. I guess they're just people that get bullied in life. They get bullied more than others. And that's just a big ripoff, And I guess when this life isn't fair, uh just makes this world more of a ripoff for a lot of people. You know, you just never asked for it. You're just randomly here, and they tell you to contribute to society. You gotta participate, right? Like, when you feel ripped off in this world, why would you want to contribute? Why would you want to participate? You know, just doing it to survive at this point. Yeah, I guess that's just how life goes, unfortunately. It seems like there's people born that are ripped off their whole life and get treated like shit, and their mental health is going downhill, and they get worsening depression, anxiety, and stuff like that. And there's people that just aren't ripped off, they thrive, and I guess things go well for them. It's just something else, I guess. Um, Trying to think of anything else. But I guess the only good thing is this life, from what I think, isn't forever. And for people that are ripped off in life, will eventually go to non existence and won't have to experience that again. And, you know, like, being in non existence, you won't even have that memory of being ripped off in this freaking life, you know? And a lot of times, people make you feel this way too, right? It's all because of society. It's people that treat you a certain way, and society views these certain looks as attractive in this world, or this way of communicating, like being neurotypical is the way to communicate, or you have that status, right? People make you feel ripped off, you know? You don't just be born and you're just ripped off, you know? Just people judge you, people bully you, people are judgmental to the point where they just harshly criticize you, and they give you all this unnecessary hate, unnecessary discriminating insults, you know? And that makes you feel more insecure. Ruins your self-esteem. That makes you feel like garbage, you know? It's just people make you feel ripped off. That's all I gotta say. I think just people make the world worse, seems like. And I guess that's something that parents don't consider, like their kids to have a bad life and get ripped off in life. They don't think the kid will have consequences or something. It's kind of like if you're, it's like being predetermined. Like, whatever you're born with from your parents, what they give it to you, like these genetics or whatever it is. Like if you're born with supportive or unsupportive parents, or things like that, that can possibly determine your life, you know? And yeah, there's random things. It's not always accurate, but from what I think. But yeah, it almost feels like life's predetermined, not in a God sense. I'm just talking about from like two parents did something in the bedroom and you're just given these things, right? So yeah, it determines if you're ripped off or not. Yeah, and it's a shame. This world's a messed up, cruel world where there's people that aren't ripped off, and you know, and there's people that are just ripped off and they suffer. They go through all this unnecessary pain that doesn't make sense, you know. But let's get another one.